it's Keith Grinstead here, welcoming you to the very first episode of the Goodbye Lonely podcast. Here to help light your journey through loneliness. I just wanted to use this first episode to give you a little bit of a background of where Goodbye Lonely has come from and some of the plans we have for it in the future. Goodbye Lonely at the moment is mainly a Facebook group where we have discussions, where we have Zoom calls weekly on a Tuesday morning, a Thursday evening, a new one that we've started on late on a Sunday afternoon, and we're hoping to set some up in the near future for younger people as well. I've been thinking about loneliness quite a bit. I live on my own. I've lived on my own for over 4 years now. And during 2020, that amazing roller coaster of a year, I appeared on BBC Breakfast 3 times. The first time talking about loneliness early on in lockdown. The second time a little bit later in the year discussing support bubbles. And the third time towards the end of the year was with an amazing Zoom conversation with Captain Sir Tom Moore talking about loneliness, and what an incredible experience that was. Subsequently have been featured in various newspapers and radio interviews as well, so it's all been quite a good start for Goodbye Lonely. And the idea of Goodbye Lonely really is that we can all support other people, whether we're feeling lonely ourselves at the moment or whether we feel that we can help other people. There's always something that we can do. No matter how dark things may be for you, you could still be the shining light at the end of someone else's tunnel. I find it's quite amazing, the human mind, actually, because there was a period a few weeks ago when I went through a really, really dark few days. And even through that period, when I was feeling really, really negative about stuff, I was still able to be supportive and help other people. And so it's amazing how our minds can cope with these different things. And this is what I ask of each of you. Whether you're feeling lonely, whether you're not feeling lonely, think of other people around you who may be feeling lonely themselves. Somebody you haven't spoken to for a while. Just check your texts, see if there's somebody you haven't texted for a few weeks. Check your messages, Messenger or WhatsApp or whatever. I suddenly found the other day that there was a load of people that I wished Happy New Year to, and then 10 days later we hadn't had a conversation. And I just reached out to them, and several of them actually said, yeah, they were feeling a bit lonely, and it was really, really good to have a chat. So think of what you can do for other people. You can actually be the light that helps guide somebody through that tunnel. We're not here to be judgmental. We're not here to tell people what to do or what not to do. What I'm really, really keen on is that people actually make their own minds up on what they want to do and how they want to do it. But sometimes the tunnel is where they are is so dark. They might see the light at the end of the tunnel, but they stumble their footing because it's so dark where they are. So we can provide that light where that person is that will help them find their way towards the end of the tunnel. In my other podcast, It's Okay to Be Okay, I talk about living your own life and not trying to live up to other people's expectations of you. And I think that's quite critical, that we should encourage people to live their own life, to be comfortable with who they are, to learn to be aware of their surroundings and how they can find their way forward to the future and make that a very positive future as well. One of the things that I've quoted recently was, it's an old quote really, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. And how true is that? If you just keep on doing the same thing day after day, you're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to get anywhere different to where you are now. If you want to change your life, if you want to change the future, then you need to make changes and to do things and make them go forward in a different way. Just think of things differently. And the mind can be a challenge sometimes. You may feel that you can't do something. Well, don't believe everything you think, because we all have the capability to do something really special and make something special of our lives, of other people's lives. That's all I'm going to say at the moment as far as an introduction to Goodbye Lonely. This is an opportunity for you to get involved, for you to come and talk to people. If you feel lonely, whether for a day, or whether you've been feeling lonely for ages, or if you think that you can help other people that are feeling lonely, please come along to the Facebook group. Come and join in with the Zoom chats, and let's just make everybody's lives a lot less lonely and help everybody through this difficult period. Thanks very much for listening to me. I'm Keith Greenstead. Check out Goodbye Lonely and have a fantastic week.